when people talk about men who struggles in dating, the argument often shows up. It can't be all the women that are the problem, so it has to be you. And this is something that can make sense. It can sound like it makes sense when you hear it, because you get this picture that, yeah, there is this one male individual, and then there is a massive amount of women. There are millions of women out there in the world. So if all these women reject this one man, of course, it makes sense that the problem has to be him, right? Well, I'm gonna explain to you why it does not make sense. So, according to this argument, it's like this. It's you, one man, and then there's lots of women, all other women. It can be simplified with this picture. There is you, and then all other women. Now, if this is how it looks like, if all women rejects you, then yeah, it makes sense to suggest that you is the problem, that you are the problem. I mean, not necessarily. You shouldn't just assume that something is in a certain way, that something's correct just because a big group of people think it is. But yeah, it makes sense to suggest that you are the problem. However, this is not how the world looks like. No, in reality, it looks like this. There is you, and then all other women, and then all other men. So it's not you and then lots of women. No, there's also all the other men who are also competing on the dating market to get women. And actually, it's not even evenly distributed. There is significantly more men than women among the younger ages. You know, the ages where you really want to be active in dating and have family and all that. So it's a mathematical impossibility for all men to get a woman in this situation. You know, it doesn't have to be the case that you have a problem. It's just that it's a mathematical impossibility for all men to get a woman. It doesn't need to be the case that, so if you're being left out, it doesn't need to be the case that you have a problem. And then you can look at the women. Are all they the problem? No, it doesn't have to be the case either. Because just like it's impossible for all men to be selected by the women, it is also impossible for women to select men in a way that all men gets a woman. So there is this fallacy here where you just assume that it's either one or the other. Either it has to be all women that are the problem, or it has to be you who have the problem. But in reality, it doesn't need to be any of these. No, in reality, the system is just rigged against men. And you, as a man, can just be left out even though you don't have a problem. It's just the system is rigged against you as a man. And it can never be just you who have the problem if the system is rigged against you. So, yes, that's how it really looks like. That's how the world really looks like. This argument doesn't hold. And I've just destroyed Jordan Peterson with simple math and logic. So please stop using this argument. It's incredibly wrong and stupid. Yeah, that was all for this video. Bye.